Hey everyone, we are back with the first tribal council of the Earn the Merge portion of this game. For those of you just tuning in, 10 players will be attending tribal council and voting someone out who will not have the chance to make the merge. These 10 players are Rayhan, Ned, Patrick, Kendall, Isaiah, Mary, Danny.
Alicia, can you pause the live stream?
Yeah. BRB, y'all. Okay, sorry for the drama, y'all. We have a mysterious visitor that we don't know who it is that just showed up to the Airbnb, so we're just confused.
Okay, awesome. We're good. I wasn't sure if you had any questions.
No, I just want to make sure everything's
everything's fantastic.
Oh, everything's been fabulous. Yeah.
good.
Awesome.
Good. You guys know about the trail?
Yeah, they just found it earlier. Yeah, they just found it earlier.
Okay. Sorry. The Airbnb owner's friend just popped in to say hey, which is very confusing. This isn't even the owner.
No, I know.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, this is the weirdest.
I cannot wait to.
All right. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. In possibly the most shocking twist of this All right, in the most shocking twist of the season so far, the Airbnb owner's friend just visited. All right, we are ready to get back on track. That has at least given you time to, I guess, all hop on in here and gather in. So, in for now the second time, Rayhan, Ned, Patrick, Kendall, Isaiah, Mary, Danny, Kira, Andy, and Amy. Everybody filing on into tribal council.
All right. Well, the fun thing about that is now I'm as nervous as you all. My heart just dropped, but we're all good to go. So I'll start with Danny. So coming so close to obviously not even being here, I mean, just tell me kind of the highs and lows that you just went through in that moment, and kind of how quickly did you go straight into making sure the vote's not you?
Yeah, it definitely sucks to be in my position. If anybody else was in this position, I'm sure they would be thinking the same. I'm the only person that competed in that part of the challenge and that is still here, so I definitely am nervous. I'm not going to lie, I have heard my name come up, but I expected that, so I've just talked with people and tried to also get to know a lot of these people. These are people I haven't really met yet, so I am nervous.
Yeah, Kira, speak to that. I mean, there's definitely a lot of speed dating going around here in terms of a few people that you probably haven't met. So how do you feel like it went? Were you able to connect with everyone? I mean, we only give you a short period of time. You feel like you have a solid plan with everyone?
Yeah, solid plan. No, I feel like in this whole game, no one has a super solid plan because there's always twists and turns and curveballs. But during our speed dating, I was able to meet some fantastic people that I'm really excited to get to know more inside and out of this game. It was, even that brief period of time, the connections are going to last a lifetime.
Yeah. Isaiah, so obviously it's a little bit of a unique scenario where some of our cast members, tribe mates that are still alive in this game are not here. You know, some of them might have been your allies, numbers that you're counting on. How are you kind of adjusting to that? Is that impacting you at this tribal?
Personally, I wouldn't say that it's impacting me too much. This is a game of numbers and relationships, and my first goal, no matter who won, was to meet the people that I haven't met yet, like we've been saying, and to kind of try to reconnect with my original Tyrem just to see where we were at. And yeah, so no, nothing's really impacting me fully. I'm kind of just taking what, the people that are here, the game that is in front of me, and making what's best for me at this point.
Okay. Andy, I mean, normally the merge vote kind of sets the tone. This is, I mean, sort of a de facto first try at the merge vote. Some of you will get a second try eventually, but this is the first time we're bringing a big group of people together from all the different tribes. I mean, it's going to set new alliances and everything like that. How kind of nervous are you? Do you feel like there's a group consensus coming together, a majority forming?
Oh, it was interesting during a lot of the speed dating this time. People looked over at my table and they're like, now we're going to talk to somebody else, which was fine. But then we all found each other. And a lot of meeting of new people was truly fantastic. That's part of why we play these games, is to get to know people. But often what emerges at this point are new concerns and new worries because the game feels like it's changing. My case is a little bit different in that this is old stuff coming to the surface. My name is out there. I'm gonna catch votes. And I am 100% certain it's from Danny. This has been around for a while. Partly of my own making. I will own that. And it's up to these wonderful and kind people whether or not they want to resolve that or do something different. But I am, but one vote. And I'm really curious to see how all of these stories and narratives shake out. I hope I'm here to be a part of them, but we are heading into something new, and new fears have come to the surface, and I really don't think people should be all that afraid of me.
I'll give you a second to respond, Danny. Do you feel like you need to do that, or?
I'm glad Andy owned up to the fact that it was from that. Andy and I had a good conversation back on Gray, and then I found out when we swapped that Andy was throwing out my name. So when I'm getting here, it's kind of easy for me to do that. I love Andy. I do not want to, obviously. But I'm fighting for my life here. I think that I provide a lot to this game. I'm a loyal player, and I do what I say I'm going to do. I have those conversations with people, and it's really just going to be whether or not they trust me moving forward.
Okay. Kendall, we have two people that have admitted to essentially, hey, these two names. Is there a third name floating out there? Do you feel like you agree with kind of what's been said so far that it's between those two people?
My name, those are the only two names I've heard.
Okay, interesting. So we have potentially 8 people who feel pretty safe deciding one way or the other. Obviously, you're planning for future votes. So, Ned, talk about, knowing that there's a second vote coming shortly right after this before you even make the merge, are you planning 2 steps ahead, or are you still just focusing on figuring out a group for this vote?
I am planning for just the second time in this game to learn how to win a challenge, Cameron. That's my plan. And then after that, I think, when we started this game, the first thing you said to us was that we need to think one vote at a time. And so I did not hear too many conversations that were like, cool, what's next? What's next? What's next? I think a lot of us are really focused on not being here again next time. But me mostly.
Okay. Amy, could you talk a little bit about, the merge is so close. It's such a pivotal moment in Survivor. Just tell me a little bit about, what making the merge would mean to you on this journey.
I've waited 2 years to play this game, and the charity is extremely personal to me. And I don't want to say anything else right now because I'm going to tear up. Okay. But it would mean a lot.
All right. I appreciate that answer. Rayhan, when you're deciding between Danny or Andy at this point, what's factoring into your decision, kind of deciding between one way or the other? Do you agree with what Andy said, that you shouldn't be worried about him right now? Yeah.
I think really what it is, it's like, it's not only just like, you know, we're going to the merge, who do we have to worry about challenge-wise, but also like, what are the existing alliances, who's going to get into the merge, where are their ties going to be, are they going to stay loyal to me, are they going to be on another side, and so just a lot of different factors that kind of come together to make this decision.
Okay. Patrick, do you feel like the group has come to a consensus, or this is going to be split between these folks?
I think the group is coming.
Okay. I'm excited to learn what that consensus is, but I will throw it to Andy and Danny if they want to give one final pitch to the group.
So, I'm not going to cry right now, but I really want to keep going for my charity. It means a lot to me personally. I feel like I haven't had a chance to really start playing the game, and I hope you know that just because I've won a bunch of challenges or whatever, that is not how this is going to continue. If anything, it becomes an individual portion at this point. I'm a loyal player. I've talked to you guys. I'm pleading for my life here, and I just hope that when you go up to that voting booth, vote for what is going to be best for your game. Because at the end of the day, you guys all still have to continue on. So.
All right, Andy, do you, if you want.
Yeah, no, the people who have spent time with me in this game, they know my heart. They know who I am and how I approach this game. And the people I have just met, I hope they have either heard or are starting to learn these things about me. I'm excited to play the game with everybody here, and I hope they get that opportunity. And I know everyone else is talking about their charities, but we're all doing it, right? And it would mean a lot.
Okay. Well said. I think if we are ready to vote, then we'll get started. Amy, go for it.
All right, so we are going to step away while the 10 players in the tribal council area all vote. Oh my god, a raindrop just hit my eyeball. Okay, we're gonna step away. I'm gonna try and go back to this little boulder that's under some trees so we kind of have some tree cover. I know some of y'all were saying the rain was a little noisier right now than it has usually been. I'm trying to hold the umbrella up high enough to like be away from the speaker, but you know, what can you do? So for the maybe first time all game, I don't have a ton to tell you that maybe we haven't already discussed. So we're gonna do like a review of kind of everything we know so far about maybe why this has become Danny v. Andy. Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna leave the umbrella behind because I don't think I need it. And we're gonna post up on this boulder and then we'll have a chat. So, okay. Let me pull out my handy dandy little list of who people are and where they're at. Okay, so as we saw, and as I kind of suspected for this vote, and I'm sure a lot of you back home have suspected this too, this does appear to be coming down to an Andy versus Danny vote. If you'll recall, there is like a big beef with them where I believe initially Andy might have been throwing Danny's name out, and sorry, Cam is telling us some info, so okay, I'm gonna just be covering the speaker because the rain is coming down on my head, but I don't want it to come down on the phone. So Andy and Danny were both on the Kineo tribe, and if you'll recall, they never went to tribal council in the pre-merge stage, so they never had the opportunity to test out those bonds and kind of ever vote together, ever see who could trust each other. Danny in a later tribal council said that Kineo was all talk and no action, and they're an action kind of a person. So, you know, Danny and Kineo definitely not bonded from the Kineo portion of the game. Danny then went on to win a challenge and had initially been good with Andy, but then Danny heard that Andy was throwing their name out. So when the time came for Danny to rank their group 1 through 6. They ranked Andy dead last and did that almost immediately. Oh my god, this rain is really coming down, y'all. I'm gonna grab this umbrella just so it hits, just so my speaker doesn't get messed up and then y'all and I sound like I'm underwater. Okay, I'm gonna talk a lot louder. I hope that y'all can hear me over the rain now. So Danny very upset by hearing their name out of Andy's mouth. Andy then getting ranked last by Danny, which meant that Andy was exiled as a result of that. You saw as that was happening, Andy was patting Danny on the shoulder on the way out of Tribal Council and towards exile, saying, hey, don't worry about it, it's okay. But later it was revealed to Andy that in fact Danny had ranked everyone and ranked Andy dead last, and as a result they both got close to an idol, which is a whole other thing. So Andy was really fired up after that. He's been sick and tired of being selected last and ranked worst, and was just ready to vote all these players out that are underestimating him. And so as a result, he was very eager to form some sort of we alliance on the Exile Tribe, is thinking that he's found that in Kendall, Ned, Rayhan, and is hoping that they will come to and his aid and potentially rally against Danny. Danny on the other side of things was with the Rollins tribe, consisting of Dion, Isaiah, Kaylee, Amy, and Danny, obviously hoping that they will rally around them and keep them safe. They seemed like a pretty tight tribe, but they did win a lot, so they haven't had too many chances to test those bonds, but they did seem, of course, very celebratory and very happy to be winning. Danny, obviously a strong competitor in all of the challenges. A lot of viewers have been noticing that they're really, really good at almost everything. So I am sure that players are looking at that as we move towards the merge and the individual portion of the game. And it would, of course, be devastating for Danny to have gotten all the way to the final round of this last challenge to earn the merge, and then not only miss out on earning the merge, but then be voted out as a result. So definitely a coalition scene. From what Patrick said, it sounds like it's going to go either way, but as a reminder, the extra votes that they've been banking have to be used in these next two tribal councils, because they do not carry on to the merge portion of the game. Any pre-merge votes that are banked will go ahead and kind of be rendered inert, like they're done, they're trashed, once the merge phase hits. And then vote banking will start all over again, but this is kind of a use it or lose it situation. So we might see some very wonky numbers here at this tribal, or we might see exactly what we expect if players are wanting to hang on to those extra votes to use them for potentially the next tribal council. What y'all don't know but are about to know, and what the players don't know but we'll find out a little bit later, is following this tribal council, we will go straight into the next Earn the Merge challenge. So they will be doing it at tribal council, and if they're doing it in the rain, that's going to be even more dramatic. So whoever ends up getting voted out here, I will be doing their exit interview and then walking straight back into tribal council for the second Earn the Merge challenge, where this time 2 players will be looking to earn the merge. So that will be interesting. Oh my god, it's so rainy. Let's see, what else? I'm so excited that merge is around the corner. I'm really eager that all of these players who have had, remember, several different iterations of groups, and we had the mental, physical, social groups, we had the initial tribe groups, we had the swap tribe groups, we had the exile tribe twist and groups, And so players have had a lot of opportunities to meet one another and form at least an initial connection, if not a pretty deep bond. And so I'm super excited that now they're all going to be joining up here at Merge, and we'll see which kind of coalitions or alliances or groupings form. So very excited for that. Let's see, if y'all have any questions, toss them out. I'm not being summoned yet, but also I keep making Cam be off schedule, so I don't want to relate to this one. Yeah, so please help. Oh yes, I'm being summoned. Hooray, that was good timing. Coming on in now. Whew, y'all can hear the rain coming down. I'm gonna, oh my god. Okay. Sorry, how's the rain volume versus my voice volume, I guess? I'm probably just gonna have to, y'all might not be able to hear the votes read. I'll just show you guys. And maybe I'll just repeat it after Cam says it. Or I'll just be up in Cam's grill. Or so, we'll see. Okay, so we're entering the tribal council area. Looks like Cam is already back with the votes.
Alright, if anybody has a hidden news edit and would like to play one, now would be the time to do so. I'll get to the votes. First vote. Danny. Second vote. Danny. Third vote. Danny. Separate them.
The rain coming down.
Fourth vote, Andy. Fifth vote, Danny. Sixth vote, Danny. Seventh vote, Danny. Eighth vote, Danny. Ninth vote, Danny. That's all. Danny.
Oh my god. Wow, that torch really doing the most. All right, and we are following Danny out of the tribal council area. Danny, we are still live streaming, so as soon as we get up a part of the way up that little hill where it's drier ground, you'll be able to just chat with the live stream, share anything that is going through your mind or anything that's in your heart. So this looks good.
Cool, okay.
Yeah.
So, I hope I can save these folks. All 9 votes against me. Nobody even banked them. Okay, so I've just been voted off in 13th place. I had such a blast. I won immunity all the way until this point. I've never been not immune, so, I mean, come on. I was in the challenge. I'm the only person that didn't lose. As far as I'm concerned, I proved myself wrong multiple times. Thank you to all of my friends and family at home watching. Denise, if you're watching too, I love you. And I'm just so excited to get to be inside now, not in the rain,
Yes.
shower, new clothes, and to change my flight, because I got a flight at 5 a.m. on Monday. That's not going to happen.
Ooh.
So it's time to relax. I'm not bitter at these people. I would have voted me off too. Thank you so much, Brandon and everyone on Can You Survive. I literally had a blast, and the mountain definitely was great.
I'm so glad. You have so much to be proud of, battling your way halfway through day 3, as you said, winning so many immunities. I'd love to hear maybe what you're the most proud of about yourself out here.
I think I'm most proud of the challenge where we ran 50 laps and had to keep the tension full spot. So I did that challenge in the rain just like this for my 11th season of my show, and my brother Ollie won that challenge. So Ollie, I was literally channeling you the entire time, just kept running. And to win that individual immunity, I think that was definitely crucial. I knew when the immunities ran up, my name was coming up. When we were even winning immunity, my name kept coming up. So I guess they just love me, and I'm just excited to go hang out with everybody. And now the fun can begin, because I'm not going to hold any bitter boots against anybody. This has been such a fun game, and I'm rooting all of them on so they can win money for their charities.
I'm so glad. And speaking of charities, you were playing for a very important cause, so this is your chance to shout them out and let everyone know who you were playing for.
Yes, shout out to the Trevor Project. They're the world's largest LGBTQ crisis hotline and suicide prevention group. They run a 24/7 hotline. They do advocacy work, education. I've lost a lot of friends to suicide, and I've also gained a lot of friends from the Trevor Project who have kept my friends alive. So if you're ever feeling like you're going through a hard time, even if you're not queer and you're just like, you need somebody to reach out to, please reach out to the Trevor Project. You can find them by just Googling Trevor Project. They also have locations all around the United States. So please be on the lookout for them and just... Well, wait, actually I don't think they have a location in LA, but they're 24/7 online. You can reach them anywhere in the world. So big shout out to the Trevor Project. I hope we made you guys all proud, and I'm glad I got to raise some money to help a great cause.
Absolutely. Danny, thank you so much. We'll let you go ahead and take that shower and eat that meal you were talking about. Gonna leave you with your handler, Robbie, and we are going to head on back to what I thought was gonna be the challenge. Hang on, give me a sec to grab this and then go find everyone. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I just dropped my little piece of paper on the floor. So it is my understanding that we are going straight into the next challenge. I think we were giving players a little bit of time to practice. So we're gonna come on around the way here, and I spy with my little eye some players in the challenge field, so that's a good sign. All right, players being explained the challenge by Cam. Oh, I spy a classic Survivor challenge again. All right, looks like we are drawing for spots for this next Earn the Merge challenge. These players eager to win and not head back to that tribal council again, all of them hoping to earn the merge right here. So Cam, how will these players be earning the merge in this competition?
Yeah, so we have 9 players left. We're going to put them in heaps of 3. I've had a person, can you come demonstrate, folks? Demonstrate, Angela?
Demo, please. The viewers would love to see what they'll be doing.
Rolling their balls, keeping it going as long as possible. They will be standing still. At the 5-minute mark, we do have a tiebreaker, which is a movement portion. They will be racing to another set of cones down the end of the path.
I got real distracted by that spinning ball.
The first person to cross the path and keep their ball going would win. So it is kind of a decision to, hey, do I play it safe, or do I try to run with this?
All right.
We will be playing in heats of 3. Winner of each heat will face off in a championship heat, where 2 will win immunity and go back to the merge camp.
Oh man,
the
brutal.
Other 7 will again vote in tribal council. All right, I'll take 1, 2, and 3.
All right, and stepping on out to the challenge field for the first heat is Patrick, who is giving us jazz hands. Isaiah and Rayhan. Got some different strategies here. Patrick electing to keep his rain jacket on.
Try it out for like 10 to 20 seconds, get a feel for it. I'll let you then restart it.
All right, players getting set and ready, doing a little teensy-weensy practice.
A little bit of warm-up.
Trying to get a feel for this challenge before they do it.
Okay, get it going, and I'm going to count you in. As soon as I hit 1, the challenge is live. If you drop, you are out. So get it going by the end of 10, Isaiah, okay? Oh, hold on 1 second.
We have an escaped ball rolling down the hill. Rayhan has retrieved it.
All right, is everyone ready? On the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This challenge is live.
All right. Looks Isaiah, Patrick, and Rayhan off to start this challenge, all hoping to earn a place in the final round to earn the merge. Everyone having a slightly different strategy and pattern.
Isaiah spinning really fast. Patrick medium. Rayhan the slowest, has a little bit more of a shake to his. Different strategies here. Again, we're going for 5 minutes. Do not lose concentration. Keep the same movement. This is a very rhythmic challenge. Do not get distracted by the sound of the ball moving and forget what you're doing.
I'm your voice.
I do have a nice monotone voice to help distract you as well.
All three players
You are
trying to
roughly at
concentrate,
1 minute
trying to hit a
before
Zen
we
mode.
start our race portion of the tie break. Everyone looking solid. Rayhan keeps it going. A little stumble in there. It needs to stay spinning.
Good luck, guys.
Do not lose focus. While you are doing this, the other players are taking a look at the other ones, not able to practice with balls, but at least able to take a look at how they might want to hold it. Everyone looking really solid through the 2-minute mark.
Wow.
Might be time to start thinking about your strategy when it comes time to a potential movement tiebreaker. Rayhan is out. All of a sudden, we're down to 2, looking for 1 winner to move on to our next round. Again, 2 different strategies. Patrick not even looking at his anymore. Staring off into the distance. Isaiah staring directly at it, concentrating, moving it very quickly.
I feel like I'm at a laundromat and I'm watching like the laundry go around.
Yeah, I think Patrick's strategy the best up and down.
You are at the 3-minute mark.
Wow. 3 minutes into this challenge, both Isaiah and Patrick looking to win out and
Have to
earn
be
a spot in the
feeling it by this
final
time.
heat.
Rhythmic motion. Constant flexing of those muscles. Do not lose concentration. Do not change your movement. That ball wants to keep going if you'll let it, but as soon as you change your motion, it will fly off that track. Patrick shifted his feet, which was a dangerous move, but able to keep the ball in there. I don't believe Isaiah has moved at all since the start of the challenge.
Good luck, guys.
I will do that. We are nearing the 4-minute mark. If we do make it to the 5-minute mark, again, we will be sprinting to see who can get to the other side of the field, to those cones. First person to
That
get
is the
there, or
finish
person who
line.
gets the
Should
furthest
they
will
make
win.
the
If you drop during that
5-minute
walk, stop immediately to mark where you
deadline?
dropped it. I hope that is clear. I won't ask for confirmation since I know.
Oh.
We did not get there.
And
Patrick
Patrick
out.
loses
Man,
the
doing
ball.
so well. Kept going.
Isaiah
Tried to
moving
stop.
on.
I gotta try.
Good job, Isaiah. We'll see
Excellent
you in
effort by
next round. I'll ask
Isaiah
for
and Patrick. Isaiah
4,
winning
5,
out
and
for
6
that
to line
heat.
up. 4 up top, 6 down to
And
the
now
bottom.
Kira,
You need those.
Andy,
I'll take
and Mary will join
4, 5,
us in the field.
I have my rhythm in my head.
Mess around with it for a few seconds.
Keely-
Get a feel for how the
or,
ball
sorry,
feels in
Kira
there. We have
wiping
Andy,
off her
Kira,
ball.
and Mary.
The players now just doing a little practice run, trying to get a feel for how this is going to go. Andy losing his ball during this.
Yeah.
You feel like you have it down?
All players
All right,
feel
I'm gonna do a
sufficiently
shorter countdown
practiced.
this time because I don't want you to drop it before it starts. So we're going to start with a countdown of 5. By the time I get to 0, it should be moving. The challenge will be live, okay? On 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Andy does not make the transition into the start of the challenge, unfortunately. We are down to 2. They're spinning in different directions, which is really going to mess with my brain while staring at it. Kira's spinning clockwise from my perspective. Mary going counterclockwise. Kira with a little bit of a flip action. Mary more of an up and down. The sun's starting to come out to dry us off after tribal. I'll remind you, do not lose concentration. 1 little millisecond, and that ball will find a way to fall off the track. It doesn't want to stay in there. You are nearing 1 minute into this challenge. Again, after 5 minutes, we will be racing across the challenge field as our tiebreaker if we get there. For now, keep doing what you're doing. You have a long way to go. We'll see if we need to go there.
Oh, the sun has come out, which means my umbrella is now being used to shade me instead of save me from the rain.
I'm not sure if you'd rather no sun or sun during this challenge. The sun might make it hot, give you other things to think about, and potentially distract you. Mary going with a counting method to keep her focused. Kira just staring directly at it. Both spinning at about the same speed. I'd say Mary's is spinning a little faster. We saw a lot of different speeds in our first heat. The fastest one did win, so potentially keeping it going fast means that that ball is more likely to stay in the track. I do not know. I am not a scientist. We are nearing the 2.5 minute mark, so you're halfway there before we would start a potential race. I'm going to get closer to you, Mary, just to get a ball out of your way. No one trips during a potential tiebreaker race. While you're working on this, everyone else is over there whispering. Sounds like they might be joking around, but I bet there's a few deals and strategizing taking place that you're missing out on. The longer you go, the less time you'll have.
Oh my god, Cam, you're so mean.
Maybe you should throw it. Just kidding. Don't laugh at me. That's not gonna help.
These players want to earn the merge. They are both looking
You can taste it.
to make the final round of this challenge. Either Kira or Mary will be moving on.
Is your goal here. The fewer you can attend, the better for you. Hopefully our friends that have already gone to the merge camp were able to get a tarp up, maybe a fire going before that rain hit.
Good job, ladies.
You are at the 3.5 minute mark. I will give you a warning at 4:30 to get ready to go. Again, you will be going to the cones across the field. First one there will win. If both of you drop, it'll be who goes furthest. So stop exactly where you drop on that movement. We are at 4 minutes. We're all going very steady. Oh, Mary all of a sudden drops, and Kira will make it to the next round.
Mary kind of shaking it out.
I have our last set of 3. We're going to have the smallest number up there.
All right.
7, right? I'm counting, right?
Huh?
And 7 there, yeah.
All right, we've got Kendall, Ned, and Amy now taking their places on this challenge field.
20 or 30 seconds to just mess around with it. And we'll do the same thing with the other group, which is a short countdown. It should be spinning by the end of that countdown. Try to get a feel for it. Ned doesn't seem like he's able to get it started. Amy seems Seems like she's getting it. Kendall
Gotta
seems
say,
like she's getting
the
it.
5 seconds would stress me out.
We'll count down into it. It should be spinning by the end of that countdown. All right. Up to you if you want to keep it, but I will about to be starting the countdown. So if you want to keep it spinning, that's great. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This challenge is on. Kendall already out. Her hands were in a weird position. I think that might have been the problem with that one. Hard to keep the same motion going.
Yeah,
It is
Kendall.
down to
Okay.
Amy and Ned. Ned struggled at the beginning learning it in the first 20 seconds, but seems to have a rhythm. 1,000-yard stare into the distance as he focuses. Amy's lost the motion there for a second. Keeps losing it, but it's still spinning. Able to keep it going. It's not pretty, but it's working. I don't know what's happening over there. It's not exactly the same rhythmic motion that I'm used to seeing in this challenge. We are at 1 minute into the challenge. Do not get hypnotized by the rhythmic sound. Keep the same motion, the same focus going. It's hard to tell if your tribe mates are at all interested in what you're doing or are more interested in thinking about the next vote. They're not exactly cheering you on anymore. They've moved on to other things. Oh, Amy is out. Was able to corral it for a second, but Ned is joining the last round. Can I have my winner?
Someone screaming from the sidelines, Ned's not dead.
We will do the first winner here, second winner here, third winner here. So Ned moves one over. Isaiah is going to be in the
All
first spot.
right.
Kira in the middle spot.
Our champions from the heats now heading on out. Hugs all around before they compete in this final heat of the challenge. 3 of them, but only
I'll let you
2
reacquaint with it
spots
for a
to
second,
earn the
and then I'll
merge.
start the countdown.
So facing off will be Isaiah,
again,
Kira,
2 of you
and
will
Ned.
earn your merge, and we'll head right to camp. Okay?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, it's fine. A
Another
bug just
bug
scared me.
moment on the live stream. All right.
Okay.
I will start counting down.
Ah! Sorry.
Once Isaiah
I
has
think
his
it's
hands
still
on
in.
it.
Ah! Sorry, it's on my head.
You're
Okay.
totally safe.
Can we get it?
Yeah, it's
No,
fine.
now
Okay.
it's Angela's head.
It's fine.
So.
And Angela
All
doesn't.
right.
Oh my god,
A
sorry.
little break for a bug fiasco, but we're ready to go.
Sorry.
In 5,
It wouldn't be
4,
a serious live
3,
stream without that.
2, 1. We are live. Same rules as before, but we're just looking for 1 to drop. They will join the other 6 over there and go to Tribal Council. The other 2 will get to earn the merge and go hang out with Dion, Liz, and Kaylee, who have been enjoying setting up your new camp. Hopefully keeping it dry during that 20-minute torrential
For
downpour
real.
that stopped really quickly. Everyone going really well. Ned with a little bit of a flicking action. Isaiah with the same concentrated stare as before. Kira focusing very well. You are just under a minute. Do you think we'll make it to the race portion this time? It's possible. You just need 1 to drop. Keep your focus. You just need to beat one of the other 2 people next to you to earn your spot in the merge. The sun is coming down. Really hot now. Definitely a factor as Isaiah stands there in pants in this heat.
Acting like I'm the only one wearing pants.
Kira is also in pants. Thank you for the correction. Yours looks warmer. Isaiah with the strategy of talking back to me. I wouldn't have done it, but I'm impressed he kept it moving while he was able to do that. Ned on a different planet right now. Kira's here with us, but could not be bothered.
No, these need to be burned
Everyone going strong. We're across the 2-minute mark. You're about halfway through the standing portion. Isaiah with a little bit of a jump there and struggle. He's trying to get it back into a smooth rhythm. Ned struggled there for a second. I thought that might have popped off. Kira's has not changed speed at all. That has been solid. We are nearing 3 minutes in this challenge. Whispers and furtive glances taking place over there. One of you is missing out on at least 3 to 5 minutes of important strategizing before our next tribal council. They're doing really well. They're doing really well. You are across the 3-minute mark.
The players on the sidelines assuring everyone that they are not talking strategy, that they are just hanging out.
I will call them on it. I've seen some whispers. Maybe they were just chatting about the challenge. I doubt it, though.
They were talking about the host.
Who?
Your arms must be getting tired. Don't think about that. You must be getting bored. Don't think about that. Just keep it moving.
Wow. Incredibly impressed with all 3 players.
Across the 4-minute mark. I will give you a warning at 4:30. A reminder, at 5, we will have you race across the field to the cones. If you drop during that,
Here are the aforementioned cones.
depending on how far you make it. The other person will need to make it further than you, so stop where you are. Just because you drop first doesn't mean you lose. The other person still needs to make it further than you, okay? We are at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I will give you a 10-second countdown at 4 minutes and
30
50
seconds
And you will
away
start
from the
coming this way.
players
Alicia,
racing for the
clear the
finish.
field for them.
You got it, Cam. We are clearing the field just in case this becomes a race instead of this.
Start moving in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Players now having to go across the field.
Stop right there.
Kira's
Stop
outside.
right there. Ned, keep going, keep going. You have to pass at least one of them.
Ned lying in the waiting and does. Ned waiting to see how long he has to go.
All right.
Only a race if 2 people cross the line.
I'll wait for Kira to get back. We'll do a ceremonial hand of the buff if you want to step over here with the rest of your tribe mates. All right, joining the merge are Ned and Kira. Come grab your merge buffs and bandanas.
All right, congrats to Ned and Kira, who have now also earned the merge.
We'll have a production member lead you to the camp. You will not take place in this vote. The bad news. We are going right to tribal council, so let's walk on over.
We are?
Follow me once you get your bag.
All right.
That was G's.
All right. Some hugs for these players as they've earned the merge. And back to tribal council we go.
Wait, there's not strategy? Huh?
No strategy. We are going straight to tribal council.
I'm so sorry.
Come on this way, Ned.
All right, we are
Go
making
that
our way
way.
back to Tribal Council in a surprise to us all. So- Everyone kind of gathering their stuff. Looks like they were leaving it in the shade.
Everyone taking a nice bit of advantage of me allowing them to grab their stuff. Come on this way. Come on this way. Mary, Andy, Amy, let's head this way and walk into Tribal.
Oh, I put it in the. No, I thought we left it.
Same as we do before. Line up.
Is everybody?
All right, so the 7 remaining players now entering Tribal Council. There are too many chairs for them, though.
Take one extra chair away. Or many extra chairs.
Many extra chairs need to be removed. All right, so we've got Rayhan over there getting settled. We've got Isaiah, Kendall, Mary, Patrick, Amy, and Andy. They did know about this tribal council. They did not know it would be sprung on them so quickly. 5 players have already earned the merge.
All right. I imagine there's going to be a lot of whispering. I'll let you get to it a little bit, but I'll ask some questions in between. Whoever's looking at me.
Again? All right. Can we go? Can we go head them off? I don't know who this is.
That's the driver. We're good.
Okay,
We're good.
sorry. We
Got a
just
driveway behind us.
we just didn't want our.
Some visitors.
Okay.
All right, Kendall. I mean, what
Second
does this
invasion
do? I
of the
asked you
day.
Last tribal, did you plan for 2 votes? Doesn't seem based on the look on anyone's face that anyone actually did. So, how are you feeling?
This is. I don't feel good, Jeff. Cam, what do you want me to call you? I don't
Cam,
feel
that's
good. This is. I'm sorry. My brain's in shambles, and I'm stressed because I don't know. It's hard when you cannot talk really at all. And now we're gonna go vote, and yeah, very nervous.
Okay. Andy, obviously you were the other side of the vote at the last Tribal Council. People want to make it simple. It could be something where they go after you. Do you feel like it was unanimous last time, so you must have earned some of those bonds? Do you feel like you're okay at this one?
I mean, I think lots of us are petrified here. I might have that additional little piece because, you know, once the glass is broken and your name has been said, it becomes a possibility for everybody. But I would like to think that I have made some connections and that, well, they're not whispering to me, so that's a little scary too.
Kendall has not been involved in the whispering either, for what I'm noticing.
And so the same thing I said before, hopefully I am of use to these people. I am, you know, this is no time for a safe vote. This is a get somebody gone vote.
Okay.
And I'd like to whisper in that.
Fair enough. Rayhan, you were probably the only one who didn't take kind of the advantage to slowly get your stuff and get a few words in before coming over here. Did you feel like you were set, or you feel like you're not really in the loop right now?
A little bit of both. I mean, I kind of figured with back-to-back tribals to get some talk in earlier, so I did get some preliminary, like, okay, after this, who's it going to be next? So I think I have an idea in my mind, but that's really it. I have no idea where I'm going to stand, so I'm just hoping it's not me.
Okay. Patrick, you've been kind of the central person, especially in that chair, of kind of leading some of these whispers. Do you want to fill the class in at all of where you're leaning, or?
I have no idea. We thought we were having half an hour again. You know this is what would happen, okay? So no idea.
Amy switched chairs. See how a plan comes together.
This tribal has gone live.
Really
All
live
players
at this
just
point.
choosing to use this time as strategy time that they did not get when they walked over here.
I'll let it go for a while.
I'll answer question
Isaiah,
Yeah,
coming up just short again.
Thanks.
Do you feel like this is, if you make it, these are going to be valuable votes to have taken part in, though? So I mean, can you speak to that? Like building the bonds through these votes, heading into the merge, knowing that you can trust some of the folks here.
Right. Yeah. No, I think it is important, as chaotic as it is right now. So it's kind of like a blessing in disguise, I guess. It can be a blessing in a curse. Like I would have loved to just go back to the merge camp and not have to like stress about voting someone out, because I do honestly care about all of these people. But yeah, I do agree. I think that it can be beneficial getting to know these people, getting to know where their heads are at, even though I don't even know if we all know where our heads are at right now.
Fair enough. Mary, how much can you gather? I mean, I can see you doing looks and eyes and nods. I mean, how much are you gathering out of this? Do you feel like there is somewhat of a cohesive plan coming together here?
I think that I'm hearing a lot of different things, so I'm just trying to remember who said what and what.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I'm just going to have to go with my gut on this one.
Rayhan, what is your gut telling you right now?
That I'm nervous.
Okay.
It's not necessarily just.
Yeah, I feel like you're doing a lot of letting people come to you and not going to people. Do you feel like you're getting enough information?
I think the biggest thing about strategizing is you choose person, and the strategizing just adds more and more paranoia, confusion, he said, she said, just like make a decision, base it on certain things, execute.
Amy, if I'm reading body language correctly, I felt like you saw what I said and came up with a plan and have started whispering to people. Do you feel like that plan is in place at this point? You feel like you've talked to enough people?
Mostly.
All right. Well, I hope it's in place, because I believe we feel ready. We can get to the vote. Let this last whisper linger. All right. This was a difficult round. Again, 6 of you will earn the merge after this. We'll get to the vote. We're going to start with you, Andy.
Okay. And now I get to go talk about that, which was mainly just whispers that I couldn't hear. So get excited, everyone. Viewers, y'all are going to have to help me out and ask me some questions so I have things to talk about while 7 people go vote. Feel free to let me know what you noticed. I was just kind of trying to go back and forth with the questions, so I didn't notice a ton that they were doing. So now the players finally have to stop whispering. Once voting has started, they are not allowed to communicate. Sorry, every time I see this Tyrem flag, I think it's a person and I get stressed. Okay, so we're just gonna make our way back to the mossy boulder and hope that someone fetches us and hope that it doesn't turn to... Oh my god, this camera just hit the same branch. Okay. Great. So here we are. Oh, okay. My leggings are so wet right now. It's fine. Because I just sat on a puddle on the boulder, but it's all right. Okay, so as a fun reminder, this is the last tribal council before the merge, which means that this is the last time that all the players can use their banked votes. They have been saving them up if they dare to not vote at a tribal council. And again, this is the last time they can use them all. So I suspect that a lot of votes will be read. I think way more than 7 votes will happen. So that will be interesting. Who am I concerned for? The person I'm concerned for right now, based on nothing else but the lip reading I did, from looking over at Amy, was I believe Amy was mouthing Rayhan's name to someone. So I think perhaps that is the plan that is in place from Amy's perspective. However, let's remember that Rayhan had several different kind of trio alliances or like trio groups on one of his previous tribes. Has a strong kind of duo in Kendall. I believe Kendall is potentially with Andy. So it's just kind of a big jumble. This is, again, because these players have had so many different groupings together. There are so many different groups. There are so many different kind of like pairs. There's some like coalitions. Like, maybe there is an alliance in there. I do think, I'm trying to remember, I think maybe the most intact alliance left over there was maybe like a Mary Patrick Kendall one. Sorry, I don't have my paper thing. Oh, Alejandro asking, are Patrick and Isaiah's ziplining connections going to come into play? That is also entirely possible. They had a really, really fun zipline excursion yesterday on Reward, and so even though they were on different tribes yesterday, they got to spend a ton of quality time together. They did a huge zipline tour. I was told that they got to compete in like challenges on the way down each of the 6 zip lines. And then I'm told that they got to stop and eat a burrito and have a margarita. So they came back quite giggly and real pumped about it. And to my knowledge, they have not actually told any of the players that they got that. Last year, players that went on an excursion got food and then elected to bring it back to their tribe mates. I do not know if Patrick and Isaiah were given that option again, and if they chose to just say nope and and eat themselves or not. So that is, at least there's that I can share with y'all that I forgot to share. So new fun info despite having like zero idea about like all of those shenanigans. Obviously, again, we are going into the individual portion of the game as soon as these players earn the merge. So it's always possible that challenge threat or huge social threat is now being looked at. A lot of times players like to, sorry, I heard something and I didn't know if it was someone coming to get me. A lot of times players are now looking to this individual stage of the game and wanting to knock out someone who is a big threat. Normally that happens once the merge has happened, but this time players getting that unique opportunity in this earn the merge scenario to knock someone out and not even let them get to that merge there. So we shall see. I don't know, y'all. I'm excited to be surprised, I guess. You know, a very different tribal council from the last one where we only heard 2 names, and so as soon as those votes were read, that was that. Again, we're gonna have tons of votes, I think, to read. Let's think. As far as idols go, I believe Ned still has an idol in his pocket. I believe, I know Patrick had an idol. I don't remember if he's played it or not. I want to say he has not. Yeah, so I think those are the only 2 with an idol. Thank you, Heather, for letting me know that. Yeah, and then Ned, of course, already at the merge with his idol. So the only idol here present at this tribal council is Patrick. So I'm not sure if Patrick is feeling unsafe thanks to all of this like whisper scrambling and wants to just go ahead and ensure that he earns the merge, or if he wants to take the gamble and save it for later. Yes, Bobby, this is the last tribal to play any of the banked votes that they gathered in the pre-merge. The banked vote twist will continue on, but players will have to start banking their votes again in the merge to have them count for the merge portion of the game. I'm gonna head back in because I heard loud, like a loud clap sound. Oh shit, sorry. It's raining again, so we're gonna run over to tribal council and grab an umbrella so that the speaker doesn't get wet and y'all can still hear the sound. I'm just gonna be, hang on. Just gonna be covering the speaker while I head over there. A reminder, if a player tries or decides to bank a vote here, that means they cannot vote. I don't know if they'll do that. Let's see. And it would be pointless in this. Okay, sorry, I'm just confusing myself in the sub. Okay. Yeah. I need something. I need an umbrella for the speaker, if y'all don't mind. Thank you. Okay. All right, great. Thank you so much, Jess. All right, we are back in the tribal council area. I heard a summoning clap, so I didn't know if it was for me. No, that's fine. I am perfectly happy to be here.
We were excited about the rain again.
Oh, I see. Okay, so it was a rain clap. All right, looks like our 7th player is off in the voting booth. And once that happens, we will find out who will make the merge and who will not. As a reminder, whoever is voted out of this tribal council will not make the merge, but if these players can last past this tribal council, all of them will head on down to merge camp because they will have earned the merge as well. Oh, players have been well trained, and now I'm about to go over their names again. We've got Amy, Andy, Patrick, Kendall, Mary, Rayhan, and Isaiah just returning from the voting booth. Cam, efficient as always, has already headed over to go tally those votes. I'm sure he's eager to get us all out of this rain. Again, there might be a little extra tally time as this was the last time players were allowed to use their banked votes that they banked in the pre-merge. So we might have to be doing a little extra survivor math out there. Looks like Cam has successfully calculated and will be bringing the votes on in. Are y'all as stressed as I am? 'Cause
All right. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play one, now would be the time to do so.
Yeah. I think the buff is worth more than the souvenir.
You play for yourself?
Yeah.
All right. This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Patrick will not count. I'll get to the vote. First vote. Rayon. Second vote. Amy. Third vote. Mary. Fourth vote. Mary. Fifth vote. Amy. Sixth vote. Rayhan. That's 2 votes each. Seventh vote. Amy. Eighth vote. Mary. Ninth vote. Amy. That's 4. 10th vote. Mary. That's 4. 11th vote. Amy. That's 5. 12th vote. Mary. That's 5 all. 13th and final vote. And the last member of our pre-merge, Mary. Mary, the tribe is spoken.
Good job, Mary.
all right, and with that, we are following Mary out of the tribal council area. We're gonna head on up the way here. Mary, we're still on live stream. Hello. So once we get out of earshot, maybe halfway up this little hill, it'll just be your time to share anything that you would like with me and the viewers. All right, maybe let's keep going up just a little more. Actually, if you don't mind, let's go in there, and because they're hanging out right now, so I'll just drop in here. Okay. Sorry. You're going to get a special interview spot that no one else has gotten. All right, sounds good. All right, Mary, this is your time. Any thoughts?
Oh, I mean, I can't say I didn't see it coming. I knew that it was going to be me or Amy on this one from the very brief conversations I had heard. I had heard that Isaiah told me in the previous vote that my name had gotten thrown out there. He said by Patrick. I tend to believe that, considering he said Patrick threw out my name and Isaiah's name. I feel like I knew I was a target going into this game, so it was just survive, survive, survive. My strategy overall was get through as many votes as you can, and then hopefully when you get to a group that seems strategic and like they want to make a plan, to just stick with that one. Unfortunately, it sounds like I picked wrong. I was sort of in between two potential options. My two options were go hardcore strong with Andy and Amy, but unfortunately they came to me basically right here at this challenge and had told me to stick with them. I don't think we would have had the numbers anyway, now that it came down to it. Like, unfortunately, we couldn't make that work. For whoever did vote for Rayhan, which was probably Andy, I wish that we had somehow talked more, but I mean, at least he probably didn't vote me out unless that was someone else. And then I knew that Rayhan had thrown out my name as well this time, so it's okay. I trusted Patrick, and so I just trusted wrong. That was the main thing. I knew he was a big gamer. I'm surprised that more people aren't looking at him to at least ensure a fleshly idol. But I gotta say, would have loved to make the merge. I'm very sorry for my nonprofit organization that I was hoping to win money for, that I didn't make it farther, but feel like I played Survivor, feel like I'm pretty happy not to have to sleep in the rain tonight. Really looking forward to that shower. So, you know, it was a lot of fun. The production value is A+, and I really congratulate everyone who's still playing. There's a lot of tough people left, and I felt like if I had made it past this vote, it probably would have been my time in the next one or the one after that. I felt like it was coming. There were just too many people left who I didn't have any connections with, and unfortunately, that was probably the challenge I needed to win. The last one. Tried, but, you know. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. No hard feelings. I know how it is to vote people off in this game and to win. So and that was also a really hard thing I had, as being a previous online CYS winner, double winner coming into this. I felt like there's no way nobody knows about that. Nobody asked me about it directly, but when you start hearing about day one that people are like, "Oh, you seem like a gamer," having me said nothing about it, I'm like, well, okay. But you know, I feel like I did everything I could. I felt like it was kind of going to be an uphill battle the whole time. So I'm really proud of myself for making it as deep as I did, and you know, can't wait to see how the game turns out.
Absolutely. And I love that you said that you're so proud of yourself for making it this far. You have a ton to be proud of. Would love to hear maybe your most proud moment out here, something that you're the most proud of about yourself.
See, the problem is, unfortunately, my most proud moment for me was thinking, oh yes, at this last swap tribe when I was with Liz and Kira and Patrick, I was like, yes, I finally have an alliance. We're going to work together. And I don't know if Kira and Liz were feeling differently about that, or if it was just Patrick who sees the opportunity here. But yeah, what I thought was my most proud moment was finally turning my game around and not feeling like it was an uphill battle and actually starting to think about things. But
well, I can confirm for you that it is a proud moment. Kira and Liz were definitely all in with you. So that read was correct, as were many, many of your reads in this game.
And I feel like probably Patrick felt like he probably saw me and Liz and Kira, just probably now and was thinking, rock in a hard place, who needs to be who needs to be gone, and you know, Amy's going back, and she's very, very close with both Andy and Kaylee, so there's that bond there. I'm gonna say that because I'm an extremely loyal player, I voted the way Patrick told me to on that last one. I would have loved to work for Amy, or work with Amy, but I would say I think, you know, Patrick may win. I think it was a mistake for him to vote me out, because assuming he did, because I would have stuck with him. I wouldn't have. I mean, maybe, you know, if I had to choose between him and Liz and Kira, I think it would have been hard, but I might have even stuck with him then. And so I feel like he's a very strong player, but I don't know that that was the best move for him. I was certainly not coming for him at any point. So.
Sure.
Well, he lost an ally for no reason. I mean, hopefully he feels close with Amy.
Hopefully so. Mary, before I let you go to get that shower you were talking about, let everyone know who you were playing for. This is your chance to shout out your very worthy cause.
Yes, I was playing for the Virginia Capital Trail Foundation, which is local to myself in Richmond, Virginia, and they're a great nonprofit organization that builds and maintains recreational trails and commuter trails to and from different parts of Virginia.
Awesome. Well, Mary, thank you so much. Congratulations on a game well played. I am very sad that I am talking to you over here right now.
Sure, you say that to everyone.
I don't know. The viewers will let you know if I say that. I don't think I do. I don't. Yeah, Robbie can attest. So Robbie is your handler. He'll be bringing you on into the Prod Lodge to get all showered and fed. All right, and with that, we have officially made the merge. Congratulations to all of you as the viewers. We did it. We're here. The players are now getting to kind of hang out back at their brand new merge camp. Hello. And here's host Cam in the most convenient location on earth to tell us when we should expect to go live next.
I think we're going to aim for maybe about an hour and a half, roughly. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. So we'll see y'all here in an hour and a half for the first post-merge thing.
Keep it vague.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you in an hour or an hour and a half. I will post an exact time once we have a better idea. So see y'all in a little bit. Oh my God, I keep missing